it's about not asking for permission, right? You'll need to ask for permission to go after your goals or to chase your dreams and stuff like that. I say that because even the people who have experience in what you want to accomplish are probably going to tell you something that you don't want to hear. So when I joined the military, or I signed up to join the military, I had a stepfather um, that had been in the army before, and he told me, "Hey, don't do it." Right? And today, I believe it's one of the best decisions I made. I joined when I was 18. First thing I was saying, I like, all right, I'm gonna join the military, go to school and get to travel, and I'm gonna get me a studio, right? And I was gonna do that in 4 years. So, and I was gonna get out after 4 years. But 22 years later, I retired. So I got retirement, um, got a good job after it, government job, and I got my studio and I got my college. So I set out to accomplish a goal, and I accomplished it, even though that wasn't my main goal, but that was pretty much I accomplished what I set out to accomplish. I traveled, I got my degree. I was about to get out before I got my degree. I had to think about, hey, why did I sign up? Right? And I signed up to go to school. So that was one thing I made myself do while I was in because I said that's why I joined. So it wouldn't be no point in joining if I didn't do one of the goals. And I said I was going to get a studio, and I got the studio. So everything I set out to accomplish, I accomplished. And that was with family members and loved ones, people looking out for me, right? People who had experience in the military, telling me, "Don't do it," right? So I just say that to say it's wise to ask for counsel, and that's why I'm going to give you this. I'm going to say, don't ask for permission, right? Ask for keys, right? Ask for keys, ask for tools, ask for the things that you need. So a lot of us, when we have goals in our head, we go to our friends, we go to our family, and we say, "Hey, what do you think about this idea? Should I do this? Should I do that?" Right? And it doesn't matter what they think, right? Their opinion, sad to say, doesn't matter. Whether they think it's a good idea or not, it doesn't it doesn't matter. That's what I want to tell you. They should believe in you, right? But they're going to look out for you. They're going to give you what's best. They want to probably give you the path of least resistance, but that may not be what you need. The military wasn't easy, right? Certainly wasn't easy, but again, I got through it. One of the best decisions in my life. If I had to do it again, I'd tell my nieces, my nephews, my kids to join the military, right? Because I think it was again one of the best decisions in my life. If I didn't do that, I'd probably be sitting at home, right, not doing anything. That's one of the reasons I joined. I didn't want to sit at home and not, have a path or not have something to do. When I was 18, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to graphic design school or some art school, and one, it was far, and I didn't want to travel there every day up to Philly and then travel back. So yeah, but I digress. But this is what I want y'all to do. Instead of asking for permission, should I do this? Should I do that? Right? Asking people, what do you think about this? Again, because they're sadly, the opinion doesn't matter whether they think it's a good idea or not, right? They don't know. They can't see the future, right? You see something, so it's up to you to make it happen. So instead of asking, should I do this? Da 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 da, right? Ask this. Based on what you know, what do I need to accomplish this goal, right? Based on what you know, what are the software, what are the tools and things that I need to accomplish this goal? Because I'm going to go accomplish this goal, right? Whether you like it or not, whether you think I should or not, I'm going to go get it. So if you want to provide me advice, I'm asking you for advice. If you want to help me, right? Give me some tools and advice. And I'll give you some examples. Like, even if they don't know, say you want to climb Mount Everest and they don't know, they've never climbed a mountain before, because the people you're asking to accomplish things, they probably never accomplished the things that you've wanted to accomplish before. So say you want to climb Mount Everest, right? First thing they're going to tell you, hey, I don't think you should do that, right? Fair, right? But you didn't ask them that. I didn't ask you whether you think it's a good idea. I didn't ask you whether you think I should do it or not. I asked you based on what you know about Mount Everest or climbing mountains, even if you've never climbed it before, based on what you know, what do I need today that will help me reach that goal? Even if it's something small, it helps you, right? You're gonna need some gloves, you're gonna need some socks, right? You're gonna need some good shoes, right? They may give you the small stuff because they've never climbed Mount Everest before. You're gonna need some ear muffs, right? Everything they tell you is probably gonna help you, right? But you ask the right question, right? They may know someone, hey, my cousin, my son wants to climb Mount Everest for whatever reason. Based on what you know, can you help him? Right? That's what those types of questions get you. It gets you answers that get you closer to the goal, not you asking for someone's permission, not you asking for someone's opinion, right? Based on what you know, give me the keys that'll make my goals and my dreams successful. And I'm seeking your advice because I respect you, right? And I want your advice. I don't need whether you think I'm going to do it or not. I don't need that, right? I need based on what you know, based on who you know, right? Do you know anyone that can help me reach this goal? Do you know anyone, right? If you asking about software, like say you want to be a DJ, and you ask your mom, like, hey mom, I want to be a DJ. You shouldn't do it. I ask you, right? Respectfully, um, based on what you know, what software do I need to accomplish this? Because I'm going to go for this. I don't know, right? And that's an honest answer, and that'll get you closer. Like, okay, do you know anyone that's a DJ? Well, I may know such and such and such, right? Can you get me in contact with them? I may. Okay, boom, right? Mentorship. Asking for keys, asking for tools will get you a lot further than asking for permission and asking for someone's opinion of what they think of your idea, right? So that's what you want to do. I think that'll help you a lot more, again, than just seeking approval, because that's what it is you, if you're asking for someone, should you do this, what do you think about this, you're seeking their approval. Stop doing that, right? Because when you don't get their approval, you're going to be disappointed, and it's going to stop you from trying to reach your goal, right? Ask for tools. It's more beneficial, right? Even if they give you something like you're trying to climb Mount Everest, you're gonna need some good socks. You're gonna need some good shoes, right? Someone else, you keep asking that question, they're like, hey, you might want to climb the Appalachian Mountains first, right? You might want to climb the Rockies first. Okay, okay, got it. I'll do that before I climb Mount Everest so I can get used to it, right? You may not have thought of those mountain ranges. You may be looking to the top. I want to go to the NBA. Like, okay, be the best on your team first. That's what you need first. Try that, right? Be the best on your college team first. Try that. That was one of the best pieces of advice before that I heard someone gave me. I was starting to make beats and stuff like that. And he was just like, all right. I was like, what do you think I should do? And he was like, just become the hottest in the city, right? Be the best in your city. And that was a great piece of advice, right? I didn't go forward with that, but that's what I'm doing right now with the studio, right? I'm trying to be the go to studio, podcast studio in my city. Like, I want everyone to come here, like, to record their podcast. So, to be the best in the city, right? I'm not doing editing. I'm want to make the best space, right? People can put their logo up. People can do what they need to do. The best space. People can have professional grade cameras, right? Professional grade equipment at an affordable price, right? That's my goal. Be the best in the city, right? at what I do. I'm not trying to do editing. I'm not trying to do photography anymore. Focused, right? And that was one piece of advice that I took from 15, 20 years ago. Hey, be the best in the city. All right, that's what I'm going to do now. So, again, don't ask for tool. Well, sorry, don't ask for permission. Don't ask for um, opinions, right? Don't ask for approval. Ask for tools. The tools will get you where it is you need to go. And even if you're asking people who've never done it before, they'll give you a piece, right? Even if it's something you already know, it may be something like that you weren't thinking about, right? Always making this example of Mount Everest. I want to climb Mount Everest, right? Wear some gloves, right? That'll help you a lot more than you asking, should you do this? Because they're going to tell you, no, you should not do that. But at least, hey, if you're going to do that, here's some gloves. I want to help you. Here's some socks. You're going to need some better shoes than that. Get some shoes, right? So, yeah, be the best in your city before you try to be in the NBA, all right? Do this first, do that first, right? And then eventually, you probably not even thinking about AAU teams. You may maybe not be thinking about, you know, maybe not doing a high school team. It's people that know that thinks, oh, if you're trying to be in the NBA, is it good to play in high school? Is it good to play at the AAU teams? I don't know. I don't know. I just know get out there and go play. But if you ask me for my advice, right? I'm telling you, don't ask for advice. Don't ask for opinions. Don't ask for permission. Ask for tools. What do I need to get to the next step? All right. And that'll get you, again, a lot further. It may get you the contacts you need who may know a little bit more than the person that you asked. That'll get you further than you asking or seeking approval from someone that has never done it before. And you may only be surrounded by people who've never done it before. But they may know someone that knows someone if you ask them for the tools. Hey, what's the best basketball camps? I'm trying to make it yada, yada, yada. Where should I go play? What's the best courts out here? I don't know. I know such and such. He plays ball. Ask him. I'll get you in contact with him, and they'll get you the best runs in the city so you can compete, stuff like that. So, again, don't ask for permission. Don't ask for opinions. Don't ask for approval. Ask for tools. Ask for keys, right? Ask for tips. Based on what you know, what do I need to do today to get to this step? What do I need to do, start doing today to get up there? Based on what you know. I understand you only know what you know, but I want that. I invite that, right? That's what I'm asking for. I'm not asking for whether you think I should do it or not, right? So, yeah, talk to y'all. That's all I got for y'all. So, I'll see y'all soon. All right. Bye. Bye.